Memento Mori Moment 8-2. Did they really leave nothing behind? For missionary families who left without seeing the fruit. When famine struck Judah, Elimelech left Bethlehem with his wife Naomi and their 2 sons, Mahlon and Chilion. They went to Moab. They had not been sent there as missionaries. They were immigrants trying to keep their family alive. They learned to live among the Moabites, traded with them, ate their food, and built relationships with them. Their sons married 2 Moabite women, Ruth and Orpah. In this way, Elimelech's family formed new bonds among another people. Then Elimelech died. About 10 years later, Mahlon and Chilion also died without children. None of the 3 men returned home. They seemed to have left behind no children, no monument, and no visible fruit. If their lives had been measured in a mission report, they might have been called a failure, but the relationships they had formed did not die. Ruth, Mahlon's widow, refused to abandon Naomi. She said, "Your people will be my people, and your God will be my God." What sermon led Ruth to make that confession? The Bible does not tell us, but for some years, Ruth had lived inside Elimelech's household. She had seen how the family prayed, how they remembered their homeland, how they treated the dead, and how they welcomed foreign women as family. Above all, she had seen Naomi, who refused to hold on to her daughters-in-law for the sake of her own survival. Naomi gave them freedom and blessing. Through Naomi's life, Ruth saw something of the God she trusted. What words could not fully explain, the life of a family had shown. When Naomi returned to Bethlehem, she said, "I went away full, but the Lord has brought me back empty." Yet Naomi was not empty. The fruit of the relationships Elimelech's family had formed in Moab was walking beside her. Ruth later married Boaz and gave birth to Obed. Obed became the father of Jesse, and Jesse became the father of David. Elimelech, Mahlon, and Chilion never saw that fruit. Their names do not even appear in the final genealogy leading to David. Yet without the family relationship they had formed in Moab, Ruth would never have entered that story. The Bible does not say that Elimelech's family went to Moab as missionaries, nor does it directly say that they taught Ruth to believe in the Lord. To read them as a missionary family, therefore, is an imaginative reconstruction of the silence in the text. But they did live among another people. They welcomed Moabite women into their family, and through that relationship, Ruth came to choose Israel's God as her God. Even today, many missionary families simply live among people from another culture. They struggle with the language, cannot fully express what is in their hearts, and may spend many years without seeing any visible result. The seeds they planted may one day bear fruit under someone else's name, or their years of service may never be recorded as a success. But the time they spent keeping promises, respecting their neighbors, welcoming strangers as family, and living good lives was not a failure. The lives of Elimelech, Mahlon, and Chilion were not valuable only because their story eventually led to David. Their life among strangers, forming relationships, and making a family already had value in itself. This story is dedicated to missionary families who left without seeing the fruit. You did not leave nothing behind. The relationships you formed may continue long after you have gone. And even if no visible fruit ever appears, the good life you lived there was already a fruit in itself. Thank you for your hard work.